So, let's just get right to it. Is SEO dead in 2025? I mean, this is the question on every marketer's mind, right? It's what everyone's whispering about. But maybe that's not even the right way to think about it. The real question, the one we should all be asking ourselves, is a little different. It's this. If you're still out there marketing like it's 2023, well, then I'm sorry to say it, but you're already behind. A massive shift is happening right under our feet. And all the old ways of getting traffic and attention, they're not just getting old, they're straight up breaking down. Yeah, the old playbook is broken, and I mean really broken. The strategies that we all thought were gospel just a year or two ago, they're not just ineffective now, they might actually be hurting your business. Just take a look at this. This is some hard data from an analysis of 1 billion YouTube views. You know those classic top 5 tips or 7 ways to listicle titles we all used to make? Turns out they are the absolute worst performers when it comes to generating actual sales. The worst. And why is that? Well, think about it. We're all overloaded with information. We don't want more tips, we want a solution. And that's exactly why titles promising a specific system or a clear outcome are crushing it, driving over half of all sales. They promise a transformation, not just more trivia. So yeah, it's not just about getting views anymore. Not by a long shot. The very tactics, the very titles you thought were working, they're actively costing you money. The game has well and truly changed. Okay, so if the old way is broken, what's the new way? It requires a fundamental pivot in how we think about this stuff. We're moving away from optimizing for keywords and toward optimizing for artificial intelligence. It's all about feeding the AI brain. This right here is the core concept you need to get your head around. Feeding the LLM. What it means is you're no longer just writing for human eyeballs. You are now intentionally formatting your content, your blog posts, your video descriptions, everything, so that large language models can easily digest it, understand it, and, most importantly, feature your brand in their answers. Okay, this next tactic is brilliant. It's almost like a mad scientist hack. So AI models absolutely love structured data, and to them, a comparison table is like a 5-star meal. Here's what you do. You create a simple table comparing your product to the competition, making sure yours is the obvious choice, of course. Then you embed this table everywhere. When a user asks an AI to compare solutions, what do you think it finds? Your neatly organized table, and it presents it as the definitive answer. You are literally controlling the narrative. And this illustrates the whole shift perfectly. Old SEO was about pleasing those old, clunky search crawlers. It was all about backlinks and keyword density. New SEO is all about signals that an AI understands. Strong brand mentions, content that's formatted so a machine can actually read it, and optimizing everything so you become the featured answer in Google's AI overviews. All right, so knowing this strategy is one thing, but actually putting it into practice is something else entirely. Let's dig into how you can create content that doesn't just rank, but that actually converts in this new environment. Here's your new checklist. Simplicity is everything. Writing at an 8th grade reading level is a competitive advantage now. Use a clear question and answer format. You absolutely have to demonstrate what Google calls EEAT. That's experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trust. You do that with real photos and specific, clear formatting. And please, say goodbye to those huge, blocky paragraphs forever.
And these principles, they're not just for ranking. You can apply them to create some incredibly profitable, yet simple, digital products. A great example of this is what some are calling the 27 million M&M strategy.
So why M&M? Because, like the rapper, you model what's already working. You don't copy, you just find the structure and the rhythm of viral content. Then you use AI to quickly generate a short, focused ebook that solves one hyper-specific problem for your audience. You sell that simple PDF for, say, $47. And for the customers who want more, you've got a high-ticket $997 offer waiting on the back end. It's lean, it's fast, and it's massively effective. So beyond just changing how we write for Google, this whole new landscape is opening up massive opportunities on platforms that, frankly, a lot of marketers have completely misunderstood. It's time we start exploring these new frontiers for growth, where the old assumptions just don't apply anymore. Let's take Pinterest as a perfect example. The myth is that it's just a social network for recipes and home decor ideas. But the reality? It's a visual search engine with nearly 600 million users, and a huge chunk of them are actively looking to buy stuff. The purchase intent on there is incredibly high. The key is to treat it like a search engine. Connect your product catalog directly. Don't just pin random images. For every single product, create multiple different pin designs. Use the platform's own trends tool to see what people are searching for before they even get to Google. And here's a wild tip that works. Pin other people's popular content. It actually helps the algorithm understand your niche and grows your own account's reach. But as we embrace all these new tools, just a quick word of caution. We're seeing a flood of AI website builders that can spin up a beautiful site in minutes. The problem is, a lot of them are just terrible for SEO right out of the box. As one expert put it, they're just billboards in the desert. They look great, but nobody can find them. Technology can't replace strategy.
And that brings us to the big takeaway here. With AI, the gap between having an idea and actually executing it is disappearing. You can code an app, write an ebook, design a website, all with a few prompts. So the most valuable skill is no longer the technical ability to build the thing, it's the ability to market it, to influence the AI, and to capture attention.
So as we move into 2025 and beyond, it's worth asking yourself, is it time to shift your focus? Is your most valuable skill, the one that's going to define your success, no longer about building, but about influencing?